I wouldn't know what to do if I woke up tomorrow and I was normal, I had hands.
They say when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. But for these people, they didn't just make lemonade, they made a whole variety of drinks with their lemons. They are a proof that our only limitations are those we set up in our own minds. Here are 10 unusual black people who proved everyone wrong by doing the impossible.
Afro.
Number 10. Sinique. If confidence were money, Sinique would be a trillionaire. I know, right? That's one horrible analogy, but Sinique is indeed worth celebrating. Growing up every day was a hustle. People would stare and laugh at her disability, but this never stopped her from becoming who she is today. Sinique has a disability that caused her limbs to stop growing even before birth, leaving her with shortened legs and no hands. Despite all these setbacks, you'd be surprised to know that she is able to live a normal life, manages to do her own makeups and that of others as well. Sinique now inspires thousands of people at her speaking events across the world. She is happily married, and we couldn't be any happier knowing she is expecting a child. Number 9. Demond.
One thing is everybody kind of laughing at you, kind of thinking that you're so radically different. People not taking me seriously. It's going to take me an extra step, but I promise I could do everything that everybody else could do.
Demond is a boxer, maybe not a professional boxer, but he sure would give you a hard time in the ring. Born with dwarfism, Demond is a living testimony that what we are doesn't make us who we are. And boy does he love trainers.
I'm a Nike head, can you tell?
Demond was born with SED,
spondyloepiphyseal dysplasia,
a form of dwarfism that occurs in less than 1 in every 100,000 children. Demond doesn't let his small stature hold him back, and instead, he's determined to push his physical limits through weightlifting and boxing. Number 8. Jaleesa. How does this woman, born with no arms, knees and only 7 toes, live life with no worries? Well, Jaleesa wasn't born to a rich family, but her positive attitude towards life did serve her well. When Jaleesa was born, doctors predicted she would never learn to walk or lead a normal life. But
here I am, 30 years old, able to do the things that they said I can't do.
To this day, Jaleesa is unsure of what caused her abnormalities, but she has never let such things stop her in her tracks. She has learned to use her feet when conducting everyday tasks like brushing her teeth and texting. Aside from the obvious hardships Jaleesa deals with day to day, she still manages to run her own successful hair business and has a great support from her partner, Jonathan. Number 7. Crystal. This is Crystal at 18, living her life like everybody else until doctors broke the news that what she had initially thought was a small abscess on her gum was actually a tumor. She went through chemo as well as surgery to remove a large portion of her right cheek, several teeth, and her upper jaw. In the initial aftermath of the operation, she struggled with how much her appearance had changed and would often hide her face with her hair.
I didn't even know who that person was, like it looked so different.
But in time, she learned to love herself. She is one step closer to realizing her dream of being an actress. In her own words, I don't want to play characters that are petite or villainized. I want to prove that I am more than just my face.
What message I would like to put out to the world is never ever give up your dream.
Number 6. Zizi. Zizi might not have it all, but she walks taller than most people do. Zizi has never let her disability define who she is. This lovely lady from Johannesburg was born with phocomelia, a rare congenital condition that causes limb mutation and deformity.
I'm missing a left arm, and as well as my legs are not on the same length.
Zizi has struggled to get accepted by her peers, but over the years, she has learned to embrace her body through modeling and working as an influencer. Zizi is looking for love, so if you're single and watching this video, just type Zizi in the comments below. Number 5. Afia. This is Afia, but she didn't always look like this. When she was 3, she had 70% of her body burned in a house fire. The fire didn't just take her fingers and hand, but also her baby brother. But she has a dream that is bigger than any amount of fire.
But I don't let that overtake my growth, my journey. You know, it's been very, very hard to get to where I am.
She has always wanted to be an actress and has always been pursuing her dream, despite all the bad vibes she has received.
I have one of my teachers, somebody who I go to help me expand my skill is telling me, you know, I'm too ugly to be Juliet. That hurt. It really, really hurt.
Number 4. Zion Clark. In the world of wrestling, Zion Clark might not look like it, but he sure packs a lot of punch. Despite having no legs, he's well built than most people, myself included. Zion Clark was born with a caudal regression syndrome, a rare disorder that impairs the development of the lower spine. In Zion's case, he was born missing both of his legs. Zion ended up in foster care for the first 16 years of his life. Fostered by his now mother, Zion now has a fantastic support system and has continued to find his strength and passion in the form of wrestling. He is on his way to become one of the best freestyle wrestlers in the world.
Being born without legs hasn't stopped me from doing the things that I want to do. The best way to deal with haters is to use the hate to lift yourself up. Your haters are your biggest fans.
Give him a thumbs up if you're feeling his energy. Number 3. No.
And who said short women can dance?
Well, they obviously haven't met Kish. Standing at just 3 feet 5, Kish is indeed a proof that size doesn't really matter.
They see me and they would think that maybe she can't dance because I'm small.
Kish has scoliosis and spina bifida, but none of these problems seem to hold her down. I definitely think I stand out not just because of my stature, but the way I dance. I am full of energy, always bringing character to the dance and making it stand out on its own. Number 2. Isaiah Griffin. Meet Isaiah Griffin, a man whose smiles will turn your bad day into a good one. Despite suffering from a condition that leaves his chest and back covered in large lumps of scar tissue, Isaiah sees this from a different perspective. He enjoys flexing his ripped muscles. At the age of 17, Isaiah noticed his first keloid on his skin, a benign growth caused when the body overheals itself. This condition gave Isaiah extremely low self-esteem to the point where he couldn't bear to look at his own reflection in the mirror, but bodybuilding helped him regain his confidence.
It kind of hit me to a point where I kind of stopped being myself, really scared about what people say, what people think, so I would hide in like a shell.
The biggest keloid on his chest often prevents him from training, since it can lead to bleeding and bursting. Nevertheless, Isaiah has his sights set on becoming a bodybuilding champion. Number 1. Tevin Evans. Okay, so Evans isn't your average model. He is crushing stereotypes and challenging norms in the modern world.
A rocky one. I'm, one of those people that's working towards a greater common good, not just for plus size guys, but black men and people of all shapes and sizes in general.
We have plus-size female models, but for males, not so much, and so Evans has taken it on himself to help change the landscape. He wants to make diversity the norm within the industries he loves, and that plus-size men are more than just sweatpants and trainers. Why is it that as a plus-size guy, you guys feel like I just want to wear sweatpants and a pair of trainers? Evans' confidence is indeed on a whole new level. Which of these people inspired you a lot? Leave us a comment down there. Do share with a friend on Facebook, WhatsApp, and Twitter. As usual, my host Murphy, and I'll catch you in the next video. Stay safe. Peace.